Welcome to the 26th Owen Sound Salmon Spectacular Award Ceremony.
5.520.
We had over 4,000 anglers entered for our 26th 10-day event, and we had more than 50,000 people pass through the Molson Coors gigantic derby tent. I counted every one of them, ladies and gentlemen.
Stand by me when I do the best I can, and my friends don't understand. I've never lost a battle. Stand by me. Stand by me.
What rights do fish have? Well, they got the right to swim. I don't know. What rights do fish have? That's a tough one.
No rights. They don't.
Yeah. They don't have any. Not with us guys around. Sorry, but they don't.
To the flash of fin, to the shimmy of dorsal, to the thrust and gleam of silver caudal, to concentric rings on a moonlit stream, to the sparkling dark and sunlit waters, to the moment, to each moment of breath, suspended in the stream, on this one-way passage, leaping over ledges, driven by a quest, polished by rapids. Brawny as torpedoes, delicate as a caress, ghost white, scraping her belly raw to make the nest. Alone, as each must be.
When you get these mixed demands for a resource like fish, from commercial to sports to First Nations rights and so on, often it's all seen as what are our rights to that, what we consider a resource, instead of saying, well, this is a species, and that we need, it is incredibly important not only to protect the species, but the habitat for the species.
The fish. Oh, oh dear.
Oh boy.
I know.
Well,
right?
I mean, it should be sustainable, of course. I mean, that's the main thing.
But the fish should
have as many rights as anybody else. They were technically here first.
I think fish generally have the right to be treated with respect and dignity and not, mistreated or abused or harmed in a gratuitous kind of way.
From the Fisheries Act, the gutting of the Fisheries Act, to the gutting of the Navigable Waters Protection Act, to the gutting of our Environmental Assessment Act, we don't have the national protections anymore that people can turn to and say, you're putting poison into that water.
The fish. Well, I am a carnivore. So the fish, what rights do the fish have? Wow, that is a really good question.
Geez, hadn't really thought. Well, obviously it's part of the ecosystem, so they have lots of rights out there. But again, fish for time in perpetual have been fished as a source of food.
Well, I'll tell you, the one rights that fish have is they have the right to life, and they also have the right to become part of the food chain. And if they happen to be at the part of the chain where I happen to be above it, I tend to be the successor of their being. So everything has a right to live, but man likes to eat too. So.
We're not some chain and we're at the very top and we're above everything else. We're just an animal like other animals, and we have to find a way to live in a different and more compatible way with our world. When you say water and watersheds have rights beyond their usefulness to us outside of human existence, that's a whole new concept. We're sitting here, I'm looking out at Lake Huron, and I can see where the water line used to come to, and I can see where it is now. And people who live here say that they can watch the lake recede every year. Now, something's deeply, powerfully wrong with that reality.
The Great Lakes could be bone dry in 80 years.
Until we start to say, this lake doesn't exist to serve us, but rather it is these lakes, these wonderful lakes, and water around the world is the most important element of a living ecosystem that gives us all life. And we have got to change our heads around. We have to see it very differently.
It was huge. The fish are awesome. It was so big.
This is a gift.
The astonishing thing to see that's so awesome is taking this path of most difficulty, going upstream.
I feel a bit sad for all the dead fish that didn't make it.
If you're going to make it anywhere, you got to go against the wind, just like us in real life.
I think there's a new consciousness being created. I really do.